Welcome back, my friends. Today I am going to show you how to make one of my childhood favorites, and also this has become one of my family's favorite, and that is pollo frito, Puerto Rican style fried chicken. So make sure to stick around and watch. Now, when it comes to Puerto Rican fried chicken, there are two ways of making it. One way to make it is chicharrón style, which for that we typically would use a flour. But for traditional, everyday fried chicken, we don't use any flour. We just fry it as it is, and it comes out so crunchy and delicious. And after you're done seeing how simple my recipe actually is, you're going to want to give this a try. This particular recipe is for around 5 to 6 chicken drumsticks. The very first thing I do is with a knife, I make slits in the chicken drumsticks. This just helps all the seasonings to penetrate in, and it also makes the chicken drumstick cook quicker. Next, I add in my seasonings. For this, I'm only going to be using 3 things. I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of adobo, half a packet of sazon, and half a teaspoon of oregano. And then using my hands, I'm going to work all of that seasoning throughout the drumsticks. I want to get inside the slits that I made underneath the skin. I just want to work all those flavors into the meat itself. Next, heading onto the stove, I'm going to turn my burner up to a medium high to heat up the skillet and the oil. I'm going to add close to about 1 inch of oil into my frying pan, and I'm going to let that oil heat up well. Now, the way I like to test my oil to see if it's hot enough, I like to place a little bit of the meat into the oil, and if it starts bubbling up, that means the oil is hot enough. Then I'm going to place my chicken drumsticks inside the frying pan, and I am going to let them cook in there in that medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So once those 2 to 3 minutes are done on one side, I'm going to flip the chicken over to the other side. And this is just to give it that really crunchy, crispy outer layer. Anytime I fry something, just for easy cleanup and to prevent splatter of oil to go all over my stove, I like to use a little splatter guard. And this I get at the Dollar Tree for only $1.25. Once it gets really kind of meh, I toss it out and I go ahead and grab another one. It just saves me time and scrubbing later on. Once both of those sides have had a time to cook and get really crunchy on the outside, because I want my chicken to cook thoroughly all the way through. I don't just want the outside to be cooked, I want the inside to be cooked as well. So I turn down the heat to about a medium low, depending on your stove, and I'm going to let it cook there for about 8 to 10 minutes on each side. Once my chicken is done cooking, I'm going to take a plate covered with a paper towel, and I'm going to check the internal temperature of one of the drumsticks just to make sure that everything is cooked thoroughly. So using a meat thermometer, I simply go all the way down to the bone just to make sure that everything is cooked thoroughly, and it is. So now I'm going to remove all of the chicken drumsticks into this paper towel lined plate, and I'm going to just let them cool off for a couple of minutes before serving them for dinner. This chicken is full of so much flavor. It's so crunchy on the outside and so juicy on the inside. It's definitely something that you are going to want to give a try. This fried chicken pairs perfectly with a plate of rice and beans or yellow rice. Go ahead and check out my Puerto Rican recipes playlist for more quick, easy, simple, and delicious Puerto Rican dishes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!